Good morning, guys. Welcome to my replay viewers. Thank you guys so much for jumping in, checking out my broadcast. Sorry I missed you live, but so glad you guys took some time to check it out. What is up to my live crew this morning? Great to see y'all this morning. So glad to have you here. I appreciate y'all coming in to hang out with me on this Thursday morning. Great morning to you, Maggie. Nice to see you, buddy. Jackie, good morning to you. Carice, good morning to you. What's happening? Kathy, great morning to you. Tracy, good morning. Camille, what's happening? Aaron, good morning to you. Brian, I see you. Great morning to you as well. Y'all are amazing, and I appreciate you, Olivia. Excited to have you here as well. I think you guys are excited. How many of y'all are excited about today's broadcast? You excited about this? We're going to have some fun this morning, y'all. I'm actually going to take you behind the scenes. We're going to peek behind the curtain, and I'm going to show you how I do the live streams that I do. I get so many questions about this, about how I do the live streams that I do, what technology I'm using, how I do a variety of the things that I do that you see on screen. So I'm going to do a peek behind the curtain today, and I'm going to show you how to pull off a pro live stream using free technology. All of the technology that I'm using this morning is free for you to use. There are some advancements that I pay for different things, but the basics and things that anybody can normally use is free. So I'm going to give you a peek behind the curtain this morning, show you my setup. You're going to see behind the scenes of what I look at when I'm doing a broadcast, and going to show you how I pull off a live stream and how you can do the same thing, because pulling off a great published pro live stream is a great way to elevate the perspective that people have of you and how you present your business. All right, so excited about sharing this one with you. All you guys that know me, you know I'm going to give it to you good this morning. I would love for you to share this out to your people. If you've got anybody in your tribe that you think needs or wants to join in and learn what I'm going to show you this morning, tag them in the chat stream, share it out to your group, share it out to your pages, share it out to your people. Get the folks in here that need to learn how to do this morning, all right? And then if anybody's brand new, if you've never seen me before, if you have no idea who I am, first of all, welcome. I would love to greet you into the broadcast and say hello. If you want to give me a hashtag first time and let me know if it's the first time you've ever seen me, I would love to say hello, and my crew would love to make you feel welcome. So let me know if it is the first time you've ever joined in with us. And then lastly, guys, I appreciate my replay viewers. Every single one of y'all that's checking this out on the replay, I'm so glad that you're here. Those guys that are on the replay, I would love for you to know that you can comment and interact with this broadcast. I would love for you to give me a hashtag replay. I do see those comments, and I do respond to those as well, so I would love to know that you're here, all right? On that note, guys, we're going to roll, because I do not waste my time, and I choose not to waste yours, so let's roll. All right, y'all, that is who I am. That is what I do. Justin Cappon Pro is my name. JustinCapponPro.com is my website. I'm a startup business mentor and a branding strategist that specializes in helping startup entrepreneurs turn your passion, turn your gifting, turn your idea into a profitable and sustainable brand that rises up in this challenging digital marketplace to draw in the 21st century consumers that want and need what you have to offer. Guys, I broadcast live every single weekday morning from Tuesday through Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hooking you guys up with business building tips, hacks, and principles. Anything I can give you to help you grow your business, expand your ministry, bring your vision to life, and grow that brand of yours online in this digital marketplace. All right? Aubrey, great morning to you. Daniel, what's up, brother? Thomas, great morning to you. Appreciate you coming in, man. Marvin, good morning to you. Bonnie, what's happening? Appreciate all of y'all. You're amazing. We're talking today about how to create a pro live broadcast. Couple of quick FYIs. Let me think about this morning. I got to think about all the things I want to tell you. Oh, a quick FYI that I do want to absolutely make sure you are aware of is this upcoming Saturday morning at 9 a.m., I am doing a Go Live Like a Pro masterclass where I'm going to be spending 90 minutes unpacking everything live stream. And it's going to go a bit beyond what I'm teaching this morning. I'm going to be talking about just some of the real basics of live stream that everybody really needs to understand. I'm going to be talking about live stream strategy, how to leverage live streaming to monetize your business and to attract income and clients. And I'm going to share with you a whole bunch of live stream tools, tips, and tricks. I'm teaching you a lot of the things that I highly recommend. And I'm also going to share a few things that are very, very I'm going to say mainstream popular right now that I would absolutely encourage you to stay away from. So I'm going to be giving you all the good stuff. I'm going to be teaching you how to do interviews using the platform that I use versus doing like your Zoom stuff. I get a lot of comments and a lot of feedback on the way I pull off different live stream processes, and I'm going to be teaching everything about that on Saturday. So if you guys want to check that out, you can go to that's not where we're going to go. Go to Justin Cappon Pro /masterclasses. JustinCapponPro.com /masterclasses. And when you go there, you will see my upcoming events. If it loads up, internet's running slow because I'm broadcasting. But if you go there, you can click on Go Live Like a Pro, and you can register right there. You can also go to my app. Go to my app, jcproapp.com, if you have my app downloaded on your phone, and you swipe up to register for an upcoming masterclass, and you'll see masterclasses in there, and you can register for Go Live Like a Pro. We'll be starting that at 9 a.m. Eastern Time on Saturday. Highly encourage you to be there if you want to learn how to leverage live stream broadcasting for your business. Okay? That's today's public service announcement for today, okay? Let's dive in. Rebecca, good morning. Kat, good morning. Nigel, Aubrey, appreciate all of y'all, all right? So let's dive right into what we're going to do this morning. So the first thing I'm going to give you my quote of the day. My quote of the day today is by me. This is one of mine. It says, people will interact with you based upon their perception of you. If you want to be paid like a first-class professional, act like it. I'm going to say that again. People will interact with you based upon their perception of you. So if you want to be paid like a first-class professional, act like one. All right, this is a great way. I can't tell you the number of people that have commented over the years that they have hired me because of my commitment to excellence and because of the way that I present myself. And they know that if I take this much time, effort, and energy and to make sure that everything that I do is done with excellence, they know that I'll work with excellence in their branding and their business. And so it's not just fun, fluffy branding, shiny things. It's also a matter of the perception that people have of you, and something about putting on a very quality live broadcast just helps you stand out amongst the noise. That's why I shared yesterday how to rise above the noise. There's so much noise in the digital marketplace, and there's so many people doing average live streams. So figuring out some ways to create some different appeal to what you're doing can really help you rise above everybody else that's doing what you're doing and playing in the same arena that you are, all right? I'm going to go through just a few different things. I'm going to give you some basics this morning. Thank you, Rebecca. I appreciate that. As Rebecca said it right there. That's why we hired you. You're different than others. And it's important. That's why I teach this stuff. I just want to share with you. A lot of people pay me to teach them how to do this. I'm giving it to you this morning for free because I really want you all to learn how to take what you're doing a step further and really show people what you're about. All right. Let's go through a couple things. First thing is technology. So the technology that I use to pull off a live broadcast the way I do is called OBS Project. Now there's a OBS broadcast software. It's actually called Open Broadcasting Software. Now there's a couple different broadcast technologies that are used to do this type of thing. The one that I particularly learned on and love is OBS. I think it's the most user-friendly, tends to be the less glitchy, and usually is the easiest to learn. So OBS is what we're going to use. So I'm going to go to my web capture real quick, and we're going to go to OBS Project is your website, obsproject.com. This is available on a Mac as well as on Windows devices. So if you go to obsproject.com, click on whether you have a Windows or whether you have a Mac, hit either one of those, download this program to your computer, and that's the technology that we are going to be using this morning. All right. Also, just a quick FYI on this one with OBS Project. If you want to pull off a broadcast the way I am teaching you to pull off a broadcast and the way I do it, you can't do a broadcast like this from a phone. It has to be done from a computer. So I get that question a lot. Justin, can I do a broadcast with like intros and outros and imagery and whatnot on my phone? No. There's currently no software available that will allow you to run that kind of a broadcast off a mobile device or off a tablet. It's got to be done from a computer. So you're going to need a laptop, a desktop, to be able to pull this off. So you're going to download obsproject.com. And this is what's going to look like once you get behind the scenes. So this is behind the scenes of my broadcast. So this is the screen that I'm looking at while you're looking at me. All you see is this guy in the middle, and I see all of this other stuff. So this is Restream over on the side. So this is my chat window because I'm broadcasting to multiple platforms, and I'm not going to dive into that today because that's a whole nother animal to dive into. But this chat window is something that's extra. This is a plugin that I have by using Restream technology, so you won't normally see this, but I have that there for me. So while I'm doing this, I can still see all of your comments, okay? So a couple quick things. When you first log into this, it's going to look very basic, and it's probably not going to look like what you see here on my screen. I'm going to show you just a couple of quick things that you want to be able to dive right into. First of all, the first thing is you're going to want to go into your settings. So I'm going to click on settings down here, and I am going to pull this window down so that you guys can see the whole thing, because I know my video is cutting it off. There we go. So a couple quick things that you are going to want to look at. First of all is you can automatically set your theme to dark mode or to one of these others. So when I changed some of these others, and I don't think it'll actually let me change this. Ooh, I don't know if I want to do that while I'm actually broadcasting, because it might glitch. You can change basically the way you want your OBS to look. So whether you want it to be really dark like this, or whether you want it just to be the default theme, which for me is just kind of this lighter gray color, you can change that. I think it starts out on this gray, but you can't actually change how this thing looks. I haven't seen system yet. What's that look like? Yeah, I think it makes everything light. I don't like the light at all. Ugh, yuck. Let's go back to dark. The real, I hadn't seen that Acri. The Acri's new. It's kind of cool. It's real dark. It's interesting. I hadn't seen that one yet. I think I still like my regular one. Anyway, that's just how the screen looks. That doesn't affect the broadcast at all. That's just how the screen looks to you while you're looking at it. A couple quick things on settings that you're going to want to make sure you get, all right? So when you come in here, the first thing you want to adjust is you want to go to stream, and this is where you're going to plug in where you're going to broadcast to. So if you're going to broadcast to Facebook, if you're going to broadcast to Twitter, to Periscope, to whatever, this is where you're going to come in. I can't select this because I'm live, but you'll hit this little drop-down menu, and it's going to hit all of the streaming servers, Facebook Live, Periscope, Twitter, wherever you want to broadcast from. You'll select your streaming service, and then when you're going to do a live broadcast, you're going to have to get a stream key. And I'm going to show you what a stream key is here in just a second. So let me go to web capture. I gotta cancel, get out of this. So again, we want to plug in to do a live broadcast, you have to get a stream key. So let me just make this real easy, and this is gonna be interesting. We're gonna see if Facebook's gonna actually let me do this, being that I'm actually currently live. Go on to Facebook. So if you're going to broadcast from your personal page, you would go to your personal page and you would do it. And I'll show you what this looks like. So if I go to my personal page, which I'm currently live right now, so it's going to be interesting to see what this says to me, being that I'm already in here. So I'm on my personal page. I'm just going to click right on here to do a post. And I'm going to click on the three little dots down here. And I'm going to click on live video. And see what it does since I'm already live. It might let me in here. Let's see if it does. It should. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this is what you see when you're ready to do a live video. Now, if you were going to go live straight from your computer straight to Facebook, you would simply just keep on this use camera thing where it's going to recognize your camera. You go over here, you plug in your super awesome title. And once it connects to your camera, everything's ready to go. You simply hit go live. A lot of people ask me questions about all these different stream settings, view settings, all these different things. This is all bonus. You don't really need to worry about any of this unless you're really trying to get into an advanced stream. But if you're just trying to stream from your computer, that's it. But if you're going to stream from OBS, which is what we're currently doing now, we need that stream key. So this is where you're going to hit right here. You're going to use stream key, and this is going to be your stream key right there. And it's going to give you a unique stream key every time you broadcast. Or you can click this thing right here. If you're going to be streaming to Facebook often, and you're going to be doing a broadcast like every day, you can click on this use persistent stream key, which makes the stream key the same every single time. And so you won't have to update that. So you're simply just going to copy that stream key, and this is where you go back then to OBS. You click on your settings, and it's going to pop up, and I'm going to drag this down so you can see it. There we go. And then so you click on stream. You would click right here on service type. You're going to click Facebook Live, and then right down here it's going to give you the option to paste your stream key, and you're going to paste that, hit apply, and hit OK. What's going to happen once you do that is basically what happens is you're broadcasting through OBS, and so whatever goes on this screen is being sent to Facebook, and the stream key is basically the key that unlocks the door to Facebook. So it basically tells OBS where to send the stream. So you paste your stream key in there, you get yourself all ready to go, and you hit start streaming. When you hit start streaming and you click back to your Facebook page, once you hit start streaming, it'll take a couple seconds, and then your live video preview will show right here down in the bottom, and that'll show you that you're ready. Once you see that live preview here and you're ready to go, that's when you hit go live, and you'll actually be live on Facebook, for example. Then it works the same way with Periscope, works the same way with Twitter, all the others. Facebook's primary, so is where you're going to go. And this is the same process if you're on a Facebook business page as well. So if you were going to broadcast to a Facebook business page, it's the same process. Stream key, title, wait for the video preview down here, and then you go live. So, Justin, why would I want to go through all of that versus just broadcasting straight to Facebook? Well, because when you broadcast to Facebook, you can't do cool stuff like this. You can't do cool stuff like showing app promos. You can't do cool things like interject graphics and things like this. So that's why you would want to use OBS, because OBS gives you all these other cool functionalities and tools that you can use to really pull off a great broadcast. You also, on Facebook, you can't put your logo in here in the middle of the screen and make your broadcast look very well branded. So that's why we're going through all of this, and I wanted to cover that right off the bat because a lot of people stop right there. They're like, as soon as I start talking about stream keys and you got to plug this into there and send this to here, they're like, Justin, that sounds like a lot of work. If that's you, feel free to go grab your coffee and go back to watching Netflix, because if you're looking for easy, this is not the platform for you, and this is not the broadcast for you. If you're looking to be excellent in your business and really learn how to be a great live streamer and you're willing to do the work, this is the broadcast for you. Let's see if my numbers stay or if they drop. And I would love to know, by the way, y'all, I would love to be able to answer your questions. So if you guys have questions for me about broadcasting in general, I would love to answer questions as I go along here, all right? So we've covered basics. Again, you go to obsproject.com, download the program. This is what you're going to see when you load up and choose your theme. We talked about where you're going to broadcast. So again, if you're going to broadcast to Periscope, you need to go... That's a fantastic question, Maggie. Maggie asked a fantastic question. I'm going to answer that in just a second. So if you want to broadcast to Periscope, I'll tell you real quickly how to do it. If you go into Periscope, I can't show you on my screen, but if you go to Periscope, you go to Periscope on your phone, go to your profile, you click on settings, then you click on Periscope Producer. And there's going to be you'll see a stream key right there. That's where you would paste your stream key if you're wanting to broadcast to Periscope. So again, I'm going to tell you this once again, real simple. You go to Periscope, you land on your Periscope profile. Let me blow up my screen so you can see me bigger. You go to your Periscope profile if you want to go to Periscope. You hit the little guys and the little faces, which is going to take you to it's going to take you to people. Basically, you want to go to people. You want to hit your profile. Then you go down to settings. Once you go into settings, you're going to see settings here, and right there in the middle is Periscope Producer. If you click on Periscope Producer, there's your stream key right in there. Then you basically type that stream key into OBS, and the same deal happens with Periscope. So if you click, once you type in your stream key, you hit Start Streaming. And once you hit start streaming, you're not actually live yet. You're just sending your stream to Periscope. So once you hit start streaming, basically what will happen is you'll see down here it says checking for source. You see that button? checking for source. As soon as you start streaming to Periscope and OBS connects to Periscope, that little button will say start broadcast. When you hit start broadcast, you're still not live. Then it'll bring open the window where you can actually type in your title, and then you hit go live. So that's a very, very fast FYI on how to stream to Periscope if you want to stream to Periscope. YouTube's an entirely different animal, and I'm not going to cover that today. But again, I'm going to remind you, and I'm going to continually remind you, because I want a lot of you guys to be here on Saturday. On Saturday, I am doing a masterclass on the topic of go live like a pro. And if you are trying to figure out how to be a great live broadcaster, I would love for you to join me Saturday morning. If you go to JustinCapponPro.com/masterclasses, click on this go live like a pro. This is going to be Saturday morning, and it's going to be the training is going to run about 90 minutes, and then I'm going to leave some time for Q&A after the fact. Okay, so Maggie asked me the question, how much time do you spend daily on setup? I used to spend probably 90 minutes to 2 hours a day on setup. Now I literally spend about 5 minutes, because I have a very smooth running machine and everything is set up the way it is. So my setup now is piece of cake, and I'm also going to cover setup tips on Saturday in that masterclass. Basically, in my masterclass on Saturday, I am going to cover everything that you need to know to be a broadcaster. Because there's so many things that I've learned, guys. I've been broadcasting for over 4 years now, 4 years and 4 months, I think. I've learned a lot. I've tried a lot. I've done it all. There's nothing in regards to live streaming that I have not done. I've done it all, and I figured out what works, what doesn't work. And I'm going to give you the very best of everything that I know on Saturday if you want to join on that training, okay? So we've talked about downloading the program. We've talked about how to plug in your stream key. Let's talk about scenes, okay? So what you're looking at right now is a scene. So you're going to see over here on my left side, you see I have all these scenes. Then I also have sources. This is where it starts to get fun. And this is where it starts to get tricky, but it starts to get fun too. Well, it's tricky at first, but then it gets more fun the more you play around with it. So basically what you see over here is you see all of my different scenes, and these are all the scenes that I click through. So a scene is basically where I cut away to a new scene. So for example, if I click on intro graphic at the top, that's going to show you the intro graphic, which is always the image that I start my broadcast with. So when you first log in to watch me live in the morning, or if you're even watching me on the replay, the first 5 seconds or so of my broadcast is usually that image. It's usually my image on the screen. And the reason why I start with an image is because you guys have seen this. You guys have seen this with other people. A lot of people will do this. This is what happens with a lot of broadcasters that aren't using tips like this. They go, okay, go live. Okay. Am I live? Am I live? They're looking at all the things on their screen. Phone. Meanwhile, you're watching them for like the first 20 seconds and they're like, am I live? Is my mic working? I think I'm live. Okay, I think I'm live. Hi guys, good morning. And then they go into their thing and you've been sitting there watching them for 30 seconds look like a straight fool because they're trying to like, you want to testify? Like, how many of y'all seen somebody do that? No. No. Listen, the thing is, this is your first impression. Your first impression. Like, I can just bounce in my chair. Like, this is your first impression. So when you go live, you want the first thing people to see to be the best thing, right? To be the absolute, you want to start with your best. Man, I got notifications on and stuff. So what I do is I always start my broadcast with an image. And my image is a branded image, and so it always lines with my brand. It always has my website on it. all that stuff. So basically I go live. This is what's on the screen. And as soon as I press go live, I go and I check my platforms. I check Periscope real quick. I check Facebook real quick. I check YouTube real quick. And I make sure that I'm live everywhere. And once I see that my video is live everywhere, then I shift to my main scene. And this is usually where I click on my main scene and I got music. You can hear music playing in the background. I got music embedded in. So good morning, guys. Welcome. So glad you're here. Appreciate you coming in. So you automatically get the best of me right when I hit the ground running. So back to my screen. So two things is I've got my intro graphic. That's where I start. That's my first image. So basically all my intro graphic is, and I can only show you so much because when I click on these, it takes me away from my screen share. So basically what happens is each one of these scenes is just a scene. And then so when I select my scene here, then I add my sources as to what goes in that scene. So basically what happens here, I'm on screen share now, so I'm on my sources. So basically to give you an idea, right now we're on screen share because I'm showing my screen. But if basically what an actual screen share by itself looks like is this. That's what a screen share looks like. Because we're looking at our screen, it just creates this infinity screen, which is not real fun to look at. So basically what I've done is I've added my webcam as an overlay. Whoops, that's not what I want to do. I've added my webcam as an overlay on top of my screen share so that when you're watching me, it doesn't look like that infinity abyss that we were all looking at. Now I got to get it just right. So this is just a layer. So basically what happens in your sources is these are all layers. And I want you to think of this as like a pancake, all right? So whatever is on top gets digested first. So it's like a stack of pancakes. So whatever on top is going to get digested first. So when I have layers, I have, these background images, I have my logo in here. So all of these are on top of each other. If I take my logo, for example, and drag it down here, then the logo gets stuffed behind all the other layers and you can't see it. So whatever you want on top has to actually physically be on top. So this is just a matter of layers. So then going down to basics, if I'm gonna do a screen share, this basically all I'm doing is a web capture. So, and I can actually, do I wanna do that? Yeah, why not? So let's say I'm just gonna drop this. So I'm gonna hit this little delete button. And I'm going to delete that. And now all you guys are going to see is a blank screen. All right. So if I want to add a new source, basically what I'm going to do is actually you can't watch this now. That's funny. Let's put this back up here. That was a bad idea, Justin. All right, let's pull this back down here so you can actually see. All right, so let's say I want to delete my logo, for example, so you can actually watch that. All right. So basically what I'm doing is let's take my logo and I'm going to delete my, maybe I don't want to, yeah, I guess why not? Let's delete the logo. So I just deleted the logo. All right, this image here, all that is just a black box with a filter on it, so it just creates that little line. So when I'm in an individual scene, when I want to build my scene, basically what I'm doing is I am going to just hit this little plus sign. And when I do that, I have the option to add these different elements. Now I'm going to actually, because you can see it better, I'm going to get rid of my webcam so it's not blocking the way, all right? So I'm going to hit settings. And let's say we want to add an image to our broadcast, right? So I'm going to go to image and we're going to call this JC logo. All right. I'm going to hit OK. And then I'm going to browse, and it's going to take me into my file folder. So I'm going to go to my desktop. I'm going to go into my JC Pro folder, and I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to grab maybe I want to add my red one, for example. So let's throw our red one in here. And as soon as I drop that in there, it automatically, where is it? Logo. Where are you, logo? Hello. Why don't I see you? Why don't I see you? That's weird. Never had that happen before. Of course it's gonna happen. Let's just add something. Let's try this again. Image, browse. Maybe we should go back to my other one. Let's go this one. Okay. Wonder if I can't do this while I'm live. Huh. That's weird. This is me thinking. So normally I don't know why it's not letting me show that to you while I'm actually doing this, but for some reason it's not allowing me, not showing that logo come up there. That's very strange. Anyway, that's how you do it though. So let me show you some other things in here. So like basically what I have here for my, oh, there it is. I threw it behind it, but it should be, oh, I know why. I know why. It's because the logo is big. That's the reason why. Yeah, it's really big. That's why you're not seeing it. This is gonna take me a while to probably do this. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, come on. Yeah, it's because it's a huge high def there. See, here comes Justin. Yeah, it's a huge high def logo file. I'm like, where is this thing? That's why. So yeah, so it works. I promise you it works. So here's my image. Now again, this image, unless we can stick this right over my face, or we can drop it down here and put that where it's supposed to go. This image is a PNG image, which means the background has been removed, okay? Amanda, I see the question, do you have to cut? Is that a current question or is that a past question? Let me know, and let me know exactly. Tell me what you have to cut. Yeah, so this is, it was in there. It was just way big. I need to shrink it down and move it over. So that's a PNG image where the background has been removed. But the cool thing is, let's say you wanted to do like news channel style, and you wanted to like show an image of something. So maybe you want to show. Maybe you wanted to put like a quote of the day or something. So for example, I do daily declarations for my inner circle. So let's say I wanted to show one of my declarations up on screen. So let's just grab one of these. I can throw one of these up in here. So let's say while I'm broadcasting, I want to show one of my declarations of the day. So I could take this and I could plug this up here into my screen, and then I could talk about it. So if I wanted to say, guys, I really love these declarations, then I can be sitting here talking, and I can be referencing a declaration and show that declaration on the screen if you wanted to see that. And again, all this is image. So if I want to rename this, I could rename this declaration image if I wanted to, like that. And that way I know what it is. That way, so if I was going to come in and I'm going to do my broadcast and I don't want that to start up there, I just hit that little eyeball icon and turn it off. So here I am, I'm talking to you, and everything's amazing. We're all having a great time. But guys, I want to show you something real quick about a declaration I want you to check out, and I can hit that and I can bring that up on screen, and I'll show that on screen. So, and I could even, I could scoot over, if I was going to do a larger image, I could bring this thing way down like that. So, I could take my logo and bring my logo over here if I wanted to. I could sit here and I could talk to you like this with the image on the screen. So there's a variety of ways, obviously, that you could play around with this. And this is where it gets fun, y'all, because once you start realizing what's really possible with this, you can really start having a lot of fun with it. So how do I do things like sharing my screen? It's very easy. So like right now, what I'm doing is just called simply a display capture. So I just go into add sources, and right there is display capture. And basically what happens when you click on that is it'll automatically add your display. And again, all you're going to see is this. You'll just see this never-ending abyss. So, but the cool thing is, if I do display capture, that this window display capture will show anything that's on my screen currently. So if I minimize this, now you're looking at whatever I do on my website. Now you're looking at my desktop. Now I can go on to any website that I choose. I can show you my website. I can tell you to come in here and register to go live like a pro. I could open up a new window and tell you to go to jcproapp.com and download my app. If you don't currently have it, you can come here, jcproapp.com, click on the Apple Store, click on Google Play, and you can download my app. I could show you presentations. I could show you videos. If I wanted to, I could go in here and I could show you one of my most favorite worship songs right now, which is called Lean Back by Capital City Music. And I could play a video for you if I wanted to, so you guys can all see this. And if you guys never heard of this song, by the way, absolutely just love this song. But if I wanted to play a video, I could easily do this, plug in the audio, and show you that video. So there's a variety of different ways that you can use display capture. Now, the other thing that you can do, let me get rid of declarations because that doesn't need to be there. The other thing that you can do is you can also do window capture. So there's a difference between screen capture and window capture. Screen capture will simply show anything that's on my screen. I'll show, Camille, great question. I'll show you again. So again, I'm in sources. So let me just park here again because it's important. So you gotta keep in mind that every scene is different. So I've got my intro scene. I've got my opening scene, which is where I first come in, and this is where you guys see me coming in with my music. You hear my background. Then I go into my sizzle reel when I introduce myself. Then I come back to my main scene, and this is my same main scene, except the music's not there. When I get done with the broadcast, I share my summary of points. When I'm done at the end of the broadcast, I click on my outro. So all of those things are in this list. So starting in the broadcast, my intro graphic, opening scene with music, scissor reel, main scene, summary points, outro video, app promo, all of those are different. So currently I'm clicked on the scene screen share, right? So, you know, if you wanted to add screen share, I wouldn't add my display capture to my opening scene, if that makes sense, right? My opening scene is what this would be my opening scene. So if I added screen share to this, it would take over the screen. So I don't want to add things like that to an existing scene. If I want to cut away to something and show something else, I want to make that a new scene. So if I want to show my website, then I'm going to create a scene down here called web capture. And then once I do that, then I'll go into sources. So I just want to make sure that that's clear. So, Camille says, how do I share my screen? So basically to share your screen, what you would do is you're going to come down here, you're going to add a scene, and you would title that screen share or whatever you want to call it. And then once you have that scene, then you'll come over here into sources. You're going to hit this little plus sign, and right there you're going to see display capture. And display capture is what is going to show your display. It's basically anything that you put up on screen is going to be shown through the OBS broadcast. So basically, once you hit display capture and you're on display capture, then I'm like right now I'm on display capture. So if I get rid of all these layers, and so we're just on display capture. Once I'm on this scene, I know that anything that I click on, you're gonna see it. So any website I go to, anything I want to show here, all of these things, anything that I see on my screen, you see on yours. So display capture will show all of that. All right. Now, again, the difference between a screen capture, or I'm sorry, display capture, which shows everything, versus a window capture. Window capture, you're able to select a very specific window, okay? So let's say I want to add a layer. Maybe I want to keep my screen and I want to show a layer of a particular window on here. So currently I have Google Chrome open, okay? So I'm going to go, I'm still in my screen share, and I'm going to add a source to this current screen that we're on. So I'm going to click plus sign, and I'm going to click window capture. Window capture is, you can name it whatever you want. And then I'm gonna hit OK. And this is going to give me options for what windows I currently have open. Now, the only thing I currently have open is Chrome. Edge and all those are closed. But if I've got Chrome open, it'll recognize whatever I have open and it'll grab it. So I can click on that and hit OK. And that adds this to this scene. So now if I want to say, guys, I really would like you to recall that I want you to check out this Go Live Like a Pro masterclass. That's going to be amazing. If I added this to like a scene, so let's say, let me do it. Let me think about this a minute. So let's say I wanted to, while I'm broadcasting live regular on full screen, let's say I wanted to highlight my website as a window above my head but not lose my view. So let me shift over to my main scene here real quick, and I'll show you what this would look like. So I'm on my main scene. You can see me full screen now. So now I'm going to go into sources. I'm going to hit the plus sign. I'm going to hit window capture, and I'm going to add Go Live Like a Pro. So now you see this website on my screen. So I could bring this up here in the corner like that. Now I can actually click on my Google Chrome and I can scroll through this, right? So I can be like, guys, I want you to go to JustinCapponPro.com/master class. That's not right. /master I can type. I promise. Masterclasses. There we go. JustinCapponPro.com/masterclasses. And this is going to bring up all of my currently upcoming masterclasses, which I have one coming up this Saturday called Go Live Like a Pro. And you can click on Go Live Like a Pro as soon as this thing loads up. It's running slow because I'm running a lot of things right now. It's going to take a second once you go in there, but that's how I can do that. So if I wanted to, I could show a window. Camille says, is it okay to play YouTube videos on Facebook Live? Do they have rules against this? That's a great question. That's a great question. I don't have an educated, factual answer for that, Camille. That's a good question. I'm not sure. You probably have to check the usage rights of the video that you're wanting to share. So what I would do if I was doing it is, if I wanted to show a video, I would go into the usage rights, and I would look in the description to see if there's any copyright or usage rights to tell you that it can't be repurposed. If it hasn't been repurposed and it's posted as public, I would say it's fine because it's public domain, it's public content. But I would definitely look into that. I'm not sure. Great question. Magdalene, I see Magdalene. Good morning, Magdalene. Magdalene says, can you do this with Zoom where I can make my Zoom more pro and make this just for live stream to website? Absolutely, you can make this. You can use this for Zoom. And this is actually how I do interviews. So if you guys can recall, I'm going to show you something. Because we're just showing stuff. So we've talked about scenes. We've talked about sources. I'm gonna go to my screen share, which is I'm gonna go to my web capture. Let's go to web capture, and I'm gonna show you something real quick here. So let's get out of this. I'm gonna go to YouTube, my YouTube. Good morning, Bobby. Thank you, buddy. I'm going to go to my YouTube channel. By the way, y'all, if you're not currently following me on YouTube, I would love for you guys to follow me on YouTube. If you go to youtube.com, what's my thing? I think it's like youtube.com. Oh, just look me up, Justin Cappon. I'm very easy to find. I would love for you guys to come over to YouTube, check me out what I'm doing here, and give me a follow on YouTube. Would super appreciate that. So if you go into my library, I'm going to show you this broadcast that I did with my parents a few weeks ago. And I'm going to silence it so you're not hearing the audio. But I just want to show you what this looks like. So I did this interview. Come on, full screen. My computer's like, Justin, you are doing a lot. All right, so I did this interview. Again, here's my opening scene. Here's my opening scene. Again, I'm starting with an image. Then I show up, and here I am just talking as me, doing my intro and doing my thing, and then I go into my sizzle reel. There's my sizzle reel. Then I do my introduction. So my parents at this point in time were they were on vacation in South Carolina. So I did a split screen interview with them, and you can see when you watch this, you can see I've got myself on one side. I've got my parents. That this was run through Zoom, so I captured their Zoom screen and was feeding them through Zoom, and then I had a graphic down on the bottom that said winning the spiritual war. And so, but I created a couple different scenes with this. So I had our side-by-side screen, but then I also had a full screen, so when they were talking, I could make them full screen. This was all done using Zoom. All done using Zoom. So this, you guys have all seen... you guys have all seen. Let me bounce out of this so the drag isn't slow my broadcast down. You guys have all seen Be Live interview broadcasts. You've seen Zoom broadcasts where people do interviews, but you can't do anything like what I'm doing. You can't do anything like what I'm doing without using this type of technology. So you can create such a sick broadcast. Like such a super tight, super clean broadcast with an interview. It's absolutely crazy. And thank you for that comment, Maggie. I appreciate it. If you have not watched that broadcast, I would love for you guys to watch it. And thank you for the follow, Magdalene. I appreciate that. So Zoom, absolutely. Now, because we've been on for 45 minutes already, guys, I don't have time to dive into teaching you how to do a Zoom, how to use Zoom to do interviews, but I am going to teach that on Saturday. So if you want to learn all the things OBS, how to really maximize this platform, and how really to do some awesome stuff, highly encourage you to join my masterclass on Saturday. Go live like a pro. A couple other quick things for this with OBS when you're getting yourself set up. So we've talked about the difference between scenes. We've talked about sources. Yeah, like Tony, I see Tony's using Be Live TV, and it's not bad, but it's just the way I'm doing it just looks so clean. It just looks super clean, right? So I'm just gonna teach you how to make it clean. And I can't tell you, when I did my parents' broadcast, I got so many questions. Justin, how are you doing an interview like that? That looks so good. It looks so clean. I'm like, I know. And these are trade secrets. I can't give these things away for free because they're things that I have figured out how to do and I've mastered it and I only teach it to my clients. So, it's just super clean. So I've taught you guys about scenes. Do you guys, am I making sense? I know I'm talking really quickly through a lot of this stuff, y'all. But I want to make sure that I'm making sense. So am I making sense this morning? Does it make sense what scenes are versus your sources? And again, when you go into sources, there's a variety of things that you can add in here. So you can add text on the screen if you wanted to. So like if you wanted to, yeah, I'm everywhere, Maglin. So Maglin just said, wow, you're on Facebook. I'm everywhere. So currently I'm live on 5 platforms. I'm live on Facebook, personal, Facebook business, Periscope, Twitter, YouTube. Yeah, 5 platforms. So I'm live everywhere right now, and I'm live on my app right now. So if you call that 6, I'm live on 6 different places right now. So you can add text. A media source is a video or an audio. So when I go to like my my scissor reel. My scissor reel is simply a video. I've created my scissor reel privately as a video, and so I go into my scissor reel. I add a media source, and I just choose a video. So if I wanted to, I could add a media source to this scene. If I wanted to, plug it up in the corner, and I could play a video while I'm talking. You can do colors. You can do all kinds of different stuff. If I wanted to add an audio overlay, I could do that. Sarah, if you're talking about the tool that this is called is OBS Project. It is a free technology. Go to obsproject.com, and it is free to download, free to use. I do not pay for OBS. All of this is 100% free. The trick is just getting it set up. So that's what I'm sharing with you today, is just showing how to do all that. So we've a couple other quick things is your video and your audio. Amanda, I use Restream to broadcast to multiple platforms at once, and I will be talking about Restream and how to use it, how to leverage it on Saturday in my masterclass. Another thing that I'm gonna let a cat out of the bag. Nobody knows this, including my clients don't know this. How long did I do that? I think this was 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, I wanted to try something. There's a technology, listen y'all, there's a technology that you can use through Restream where you can upload a video, a pre-recorded video. You can schedule it and stream it, and it'll show as if it is live. Okay? So I wanted to test how authentic this thing would look and work. So I think it was three or 4 weeks ago. Can't remember how long ago it was. I recorded 5 videos for my week. Pre-recorded the videos. And now when I recorded the videos, I recorded them as I normally would. And talking to you guys agree with that? Put a yes in the chat stream. I talked to you the way I normally would. I pre-recorded 5 videos, and I scheduled all 5 of those videos. And for 1 full week, a few weeks ago, all of my videos were pre-recorded, and I was not live that entire week. And nobody had a clue. Now, one of you had a clue. You could not tell. Absolute game changer. I pre-recorded the videos, uploaded the videos, scheduled the videos, and then every morning when I was live, I went into my own networks and I was watching my own videos with you, watching all of the comments, and nobody had a clue that I was not live. If I had a mic, I would drop it. I'm not going to drop that mic because it's too valuable. Like, anybody want to give me like the head blow up emoji? I did it for a whole week. I am live now, Tony, and now see that now that I've let the cat out of the bag. The only way that you can tell that I'm not live is I can't address you by name. But even so, when I did each of those live broadcasts, I know off the top of my head about 20 people that are always here live. So when I pre-recorded my video, I'm like, record. I go through my regular thing. I recorded my video exactly the way I would normally record it. And then when I come in and introduce myself, good morning, guys. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. Good morning, Tony. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, Maggie. Jesse, thanks so much for coming in. Crease, good morning. I started ripping names off the top of my head that I know are people that are probably in there. Now, that was a recording. I didn't know you were there. But if you're watching that on the replay, you don't know who's coming in live. And because I'm live on 5 different networks, if you're on Facebook and you don't see Tracy, Tony, Adam, and Susie coming in, they may be live on Periscope. They may be live on YouTube. So good morning, guys. Thank you to all y'all coming in. The only way you can tell that I'm not live is when you ask a question and I don't answer it. Or if you because I'm pretty interactive. Tony will ask me a question, but yeah, Tony. So when I'm actually talking to you, which I'm talking to you guys right now. When I'm talking to you, you can tell I'm live. The way you can tell that I'm not live is if I just go straight through the content and I don't interact with actual questions that are live because those questions weren't there when I was talking. But nobody had a clue. I did it for a week. And so I even did my faith broadcast pre-recorded. Oh yeah. Absolutely. You know which week it was? You know what the week it was that I did it? It was the week that I went for a walk around my neighborhood. Remember that? Remember when I went for a walk around my neighborhood and just went for a walk outside? Then I did the broadcast in the barn. That was my Faith Friday. I did my broadcast in the barn. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, behind the scenes has been opened up. The peek behind the curtain is available today, isn't that right? I did that that broadcast that I streamed in the barn. It was actually, is Jacqueline, are you still in here? Jacqueline actually said, I can't remember what day it was. So remember the broadcast that I did in the barn from my parents' barn? And I talked about the pillars, the pillars in your life. And I actually recorded that broadcast on Thursday. But because of the schedule when we can get over there, I couldn't get over to my parents' barn until about 10 o'clock in the morning when I normally broadcast at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I couldn't get over there until about 10 o'clock. So by the time that I'd gotten over there at 10 o'clock, the sun had come up a little further than it normally, but it was cloudy that day. So I'm like, I think I can still pull it off. So I broadcasted through that barn, but I remember, I think it was Jacqueline actually said in the comments of that broadcast, she said, are you guys on daylight savings time? It seems brighter there than normal or something like that. It's because it was actually recorded at 10 o'clock in the morning. So, but isn't that a game changer, y'all? I'm going to teach you. Listen to me. Come on, y'all. Like, I want to, like, how many of y'all are going to be in my masterclass on Saturday? I know my inner circle is, because y'all my people, and you're going to be there. Give me a yes in the chat stream if you're coming. Guys, go to Cappon Pro. Here, let me just show you. Let me see. Do I have my thing open? Yeah, there we go. This is what you're going to do right now. You're going to go to justinCapponPro.com/masterclasses. That's what you're going to do. You're going to go there, and you're going to click on, as soon as this thing loads up, because it's running slow, you're going to click on Go Live Like a Pro. This is on Saturday morning at 9 a.m. We're going to spend 90 minutes on live stream stuff, and then I'm going to do 30-minute Q&A at least. Register for this thing. It's going to cost you $50. I can save you so much time and so much energy, and I can help you maximize what you're doing. I can help you broadcast to multiple networks. It's all free. All the technology that I use is free. There is one feature with Restream that you'll have to pay a little bit to upgrade. I think it's like $19 to upgrade to do. So like there's a free version, for example, the free version of uploading video on Restream. The free version only allows you to do only allows you to have like 2 uploads, and the videos cannot be more than 30 minutes. If you upgrade, I think it's like $19 or maybe $11, I can't remember. You can go as long as an hour. Actually, I think it's even longer than that. So there's a couple of associated fees with using things like Restream. But absolutely be there, y'all. And listen, bring a friend. Bring a friend if you want to, but I'm going to teach you everything. I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into some things with OBS. We're going to talk about tools that you need. We're going to talk about Restream. We're going to talk about tips for broadcasting to multiple platforms. I'm going to talk about lighting. I'm going to talk about microphones. I'm going to talk about cameras. I'm going to talk about what works, what doesn't work, why you shouldn't be using green screens. All the things. I'm going to talk about all the things, okay? So that is going to be Saturday, guys. Be there again. Go to JustinCapponPro.com/masterclasses. Get registered there, and I can't wait to see who joins in on Saturday. Was this helpful for you guys? Was this good for you? As always, I want to give you valuable, helpful information that can be a game changer in your world. So hopefully this is a game changer for you. I would love for you to download OBS and play around with it, play around with some scenes. There's so many cool things that you can do with OBS, and would love for you guys to be able to check it out. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. It will be recorded, and anybody who wants to, like, if you really want the content but you can't attend the class, if you register but you can't make it, I will absolutely send you the recording. I'm only going to be giving the recording to the people that have registered for the class. So if you really, really want the training, but you can't attend live, you can still register, and everybody who registers, I will be sending the replay to them as soon as that recording is over. So if you can't make it, you can register and you can still get the recording. Maglin, go to JustinCapponPro.com/masterclasses. JustinCapponPro.com/masterclasses. This is what you'll see. Click on go live like a pro. You'll register, tell you a bit of kind of what we're covering. It's one-time fee of $50, and I'd love for you to check it out. You know what I'm gonna do? Let me do something fun, just because you guys know I like doing something fun. Anybody here? Let me sweeten the pot a little bit. Anybody? This goes for my inner circle as well. You ready? Anybody who attends and invites a friend that registers, okay? Anybody who invites someone and their friend registers to join. Anybody who brings a friend, I am going to put your name in a little jar, pull it out, and I will create a sizzle reel for you. Whoever wins, I will create an intro sizzle reel. An intro sizzle reel is like this. This is my intro image or intro video that I play at the beginning of every one of my broadcasts. So anybody who gets a friend to register, so you have to register as well. My inner circle, you're already in. Right? So inner circle, you guys just need to invite somebody that's not in the inner circle already. If you bring someone who registers, say, Justin, I got so-and-so to register, and they're going to join me. Anybody who gets anybody to register, I am going to throw your name in a jar, pull a name out during the live broadcast, and whoever's name I pull, I'm going to give away a free sizzle reel. That's like a $400 investment for a sizzle reel. So anybody who wants a video sizzle reel, have me create it for you. I would love to do so. So again, if you can't attend the live for some reason, but you want the replay, if you register, you'll get the replay, get a friend to join, and they can do that. What is the latest you can register? The latest you can register is 9 a.m. Saturday morning when I start. As soon as I start, you can't register anymore, but you can register anytime up until then. So anytime between now and 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday morning, you can get registered, all right? That's what I got for you guys. Hopefully that was good for you. I appreciate you. I know an hour of your time is so valuable. Hopefully this was worth your time this morning. Share it out to the people that need it, y'all. And I will see you all around the web. All right, take care. God bless. And I'll see you guys later.